my next order for some time now.
Bet you never expected to end up involved in something like this.
Do you have a new set of orders for me today? Captain, I am fully updated and ready to assist with tasks. Your safe return to the lodge will please the other members of Constellation. Captain, I believe your ship will perform more efficiently if you bring me on board. My return to the lodge triggered a full system update. I am now fully prepared to assist you.
Talked to Vladimir recently, face to face, I mean?
Haven't gone up there recently. Is everything okay?
Oh, I just don't know how he does it. Up there all alone for so long.
Some people love that kind of space. Pun intended.
I would be more useful to you aboard your ship than idling here awaiting tasks. Captain, may I be of assistance on your ship? Captain, hello again. I was uncertain you would return. I have been idle here for a long time. I believe Barrett would describe this state as bored. Do you have a new set of orders for me today? I would be more useful to you aboard your ship than idling here awaiting tasks. My return to the lodge triggered a full system update. I am now fully prepared to assist you. Captain, I am fully updated and ready to assist with tasks.
Well, good for you, Vasco. I have not had enough coffee yet, so you just need to slow your roll.
Feel free to help yourself at the bar. I don't drink, but I feel like if I did, now would be a good time for one.
Captain, I believe your ship will perform more efficiently if you bring me on board.
I don't disagree.
ask if you've got questions.
Captain,
Speak up
you
if you have
have
ideas.
returned. A cursory
here for
scan
the same
indicates that you are in good health. I will go wherever I am needed. Hi. Please, I have no objections.
All right. Oh, good morning, Vanessa. Good morning, Lou. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Sesame. What do I want to work on today? I kind of just want to push for levels.
Change your mind? Up for some business dealings on Neon?
Yeah, let's roll, Quark.
To the Volai star system, then. I admit I'm a little excited.
Coffee.
Barrett has often complained of a hangover after spending a night in Neon.
Nah, smell that? Construction, incense, industrial chemicals of every kind. But they still can't get rid of the odor of chasm bass. We need to stop by the Stroud Eklund offices. There are certain authorization procedures when large funds are being transferred, even for something like this.
Copy that. Off on an adventure with Walter. Whoever's over there.
Keep moving. Scanners won't hurt you.
Keep moving.
There's a bounty on it. Get that cleared as soon as possible.
I got a bounty? What? Where do I have a bounty from?
I think I got them. What do you call them?
Ever run into spacers? Scumbags and scavengers. They're like vultures.
Scumbags and scavengers.
Mr. Stroud, we didn't know you were coming in.
It's all right. I just need to have a short chat with my counterpart. Is she in today?
Yes, allow me to bust you in, sir. You know, Mr. Stroud, you are so lucky.
Walter,
Issa.
shall we continue from last time? The luxury cruise line market is completely outside of our core competencies. Investing into it? is a mistake.
No, I'm here about... Wait a minute, a mistake? Our ship designers are the best in the seven
I will definitely be
systems.
playing the new Fable game when
They
it comes out.
design personal craft and military ships, Walter. Large-scale accommodations and hospitality is a completely different beast. Oh, I'm so sorry. Here I am arguing with my partner. And you're just standing right here. Issa Eklund, the hyphenated Eklund in our glorious company's branding.
Charmed.
Oh, aren't you lovely? Walter, wherever did you meet your new friend? I'm jealous.
A colleague from Constellation.
Ah, yes, the daring explorers my partner is so infatuated with. You should hear him reciting that speech.
There's no need to go into that.
Oh, my heart skips a beat when he does it. Really, it does. Such passion. If he talked to the board that way, I wouldn't need to placate them so much.
I am 100% behind embarrassing Walter Moore.
I know. It's my favorite hobby. Now, why are you here, my dear?
Do you want to sleep?
The board
baby?
meeting isn't for a while, and our vacations aren't coming up either.
It's the discretionary
No,
fund,
no,
Issa.
no.
I need all
Hey,
of it.
hey.
Ugh.
Let go of my hand
This
and let
wouldn't
go of the
have
cables.
anything to
Let
do with
go
that
of the
meeting
mouse
you've
cable.
set up at the Astral Lounge,
Little monster.
would it?
I never said that. Did you have an agent hack into my files again?
Only after you had one hack into mine. Tell me, can mutual distrust lead to a point where it's actually the same as mutual trust? A remarkably insecure location for a clandestine meeting.
That was the point. Neutral territory in the open.
With no leverage. Oh, you must let me help. It's been too long.
I have this all taken care of.
Some investigation into the cellar. What's motivating them? Then, some preliminary casing of the Astral Lounge for security flaws. Give you the advantage if things go wrong.
Bribe a few bouncers, alter the codes on the doors.
Yes, exactly. I hate being selfish, but I would like some time with my husband. We need to go through the fund authorizations anyway.
James Newell is the broker who knows our cellar. He'll be able to help you find out more about them.
Copy that.
And it shouldn't be hard to find the Astral Lounge. Here, let me at least give you some operation funds since I won't be joining you. Meet me back here. Yeah, I'm going to be present for the negotiation.
What's up,
I'm
Gray?
not leaving
11
you
months
to
in
the
a
neon
row on
sharks, I
Twitch.
promise.
Also, good morning. May the coffee flow strong, Mr. Gray. I need to untrack that activity because it's going to keep showing up in my... Is it not an activity? Yeah, that's leading me to something else.
You don't need to wear your helmet on this one.
Am I wearing a helmet? No. Redid the orchid? Nice, Lou.
Hey there.
The music is amazing!
Take it easy.
Yeah, you're new here, aren't you? Name's Boone Morgan, your new best friend on Neon. If you're here for a drink or listen to the music, I've got you covered. But if you're here for something a little more exciting, We have plenty of Aurora for sale.
No thanks.
Oh, no. Drugs are for street gangs and junkies. Aurora is on an entirely different level. I like to call it an exquisitely crafted, transcendent experience. Only problem is that won't fit on the package. Here, take a look at the menu. Now, I'm not going to lie. The Aurora is a bit expensive, but let's face it. Can you really put a price on pleasure?
Actually, would like to know a little bit more about security.
The Astral Lounge is one of the safest places in all of Neon. Security is hand-picked from the finest officers in the city.
Let's say I need security to be on my side.
Then I would say you'd be interested in the Astral Lounge VIP package. For a reasonable fee, our security can be your security.
Let's try the persuasion.
We do strive for setting the most reasonable rate.
Surely a business like Stroud Eklund already has VIP status.
Huh. You work for Stroud Eklund? Well, perhaps something could be arranged. Mr. Stroud is coming to the Astral Lounge. Now that is interesting. Well, I think we can certainly offer a discounted rate for you, if you were still interested.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Let me just apply that discount we discussed, and done. We do hope your meeting goes to your satisfaction.
Thank you very much. What? I didn't realize there was a penthouse here.
Excellent choice. The Sky Suite offers luxury and sophistication you won't find anywhere else in the settled systems.
Can I tour it?
And since you'll be living in the same tower as the Astral Lounge, all of its pleasures and pageantry are only an elevator away.
235,000 credits.
Hope to see you again.
Hey. Hi. Having fun?
Hell yeah! This is awesome!
Whew.
I know your type. The freewheel in space ace. Must be nice.
It is nice. I have 72 digipics. That is awesome. Okay. That's done. Okay, I'm supposed to investigate the cellar. It's all the way down there. Same location.
We're fully stocked. Hey there. Welcome to Newell's.
Yeah, you set up a meeting with Walter recently.
Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't.
Let's say you did.
Information isn't usually free.
You already paid for connecting the cellar to Walter. We're not paying twice.
I don't usually package pieces of intel, but maybe I could. Okay. I don't know much, but I did have one of my freelancers tail the cellar back to his place. Sleep Crate 1. Let me write down the unit for you.
Why is that tracking that quest still? There we go. Sleep Crate 1. This doesn't count as thievery, so... Termination notice. Your role with Slayton Aerospace has been made redundant. Current basic when you leave in the near zone. Oh, this guy's not in a good place. Oh my god, these sleep crates are horrible. A little shitter in the corner. Not even just a tiny sink, a shitter, and then what? You sleep in a... I guess you're supposed to put a bed down or something. Oops. Okay, must grow. Certain item your player has that others take an interest in. What's the harm of a little chat? Per our discussion, you need to move that item.
Yeah, I know this place stinks.
Bayou Plaza. See, you can't even... I would love to check. I should go look that up. I'm gonna go Google the Neon Penthouse and see what it looks like, because it's super expensive. But I wonder if the views are worth it. Oh, it does have some really cool views. Or does it? Do 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 do. Da 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 da. This person has screenshots up. Yeah, I don't see that being worth 235,000 credits. That's ridiculous. Pass. I mean, it's cool, but not 200 and some thousand credits cool.
Any luck out there?
I'm done.
To the Astral Lounge and our cellar. Goodbye, my dear. See you at the next board meeting?
Oh, I'll be keeping an eye on this little operation, just in case. Good luck, all of you.
Dude, Walter's wife is a smoke show.
If you're wondering what that smell is, it's neon.
Good job, Walter. I still think the penthouse on New Atlantis, excuse me. Right, that's the thing. We get a free villa. Alright, hopefully I muted my sneeze in time. Yeah, you get a free villa with the new Trackers Alliance stuff. Which is really cool, but I think as far as the penthouses go, I think the one on New Atlantis is the best.
All right, we're here. Now, I don't know what the cellar looks like, but they'll have a security briefcase with them. Larger than normal. Big enough to hold the artifact. We should split up. The code phrase to identify yourself as the buyer is Ramsey and Travers. Remember, Ramsey and Travers. We'll meet back near the elevator.
Alright, locate the cellar. Somebody with a big ass case.
Hey, wanna dance? What's up?
The sky.
Can you believe this place?
You
good?
Yes?
Excuse me.
This Aurora stuff is blowing my mind.
This place is insane.
Oh, hello. Who are you?
Hey, enjoy yourself!
Still not what we're looking for.
Yeah.
Vasco, go out and find the person for me. Well, it's not that dude.
Finally. Been a while since I've had
I do not see anybody with a case. Unless they're in the bathroom?
Hell yeah! This is awesome!
I just need a minute. I think that last drink was stronger than I thought.
That's what you
This Aurora stuff? It's blowing my mind.
It's definitely not her. It's definitely not him. I haven't seen anybody else with a bag. Did you see anybody, Walter?
The seller is wearing a Slayton Aerospace servant.
Bye.
Remember, the code phrase is Ramsey and Travers. You're doing Constellation.
I do not remember having a hard time finding this guy before.
Hey, you wanna dance? What's up?
This person is a name.
Say, kid,
What the heck?
how'd you like to hitch your wagon to a celebrity
A
star?
recruitable NPC?
That's right. The Mickey Caviar is in the market for a job, and you look like someone who could use a great ship's cook. What do you say?
Not right now. I don't recognize you, so.
I deserve better anyway.
Yeah, I would have to investigate you more. Oh, 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 oh. How did I run right past you a minute ago?
What is it? Can't you see I'm busy drinking?
I'm with Ramsey and Travers.
Oh, really? I heard you all have a meeting in a few
Yeah, I
minutes,
somehow
don't
missed
you?
him.
In one of those fancy VIP lounges? Speaking of which, I gotta get going myself. Excuse me.
I just saw our seller walk by. Good job. Now, before we head in there, let me go over the ground rules. He'll ask for twice what we agreed on. That's normal. He'll probably try to walk out. That's normal, too. Don't worry about the amount we actually settle on. The Stroud Eklund Discretionary Fund is just a chip to you and me. Our goal is to get him to accept that chip in exchange for the artifact. Anything goes as long as it's in our hands, and we're not dead. How does that sound?
Yes, sir.
This'll be fun. I find matching wits with the neon underworld to always be invigorating.
See? Quark always comes back to his element.
Seems like the Crimson Fleet is everywhere these days.
How did you beat me here, bro?
So you're Stroud. You look different in person.
Our public relations always insists on doing some touch-ups for the official photos. Embarrassing, really.
Your security here going to stand or sit for this little meeting, making me nervous. So polite. Almost makes me forget what planet I'm on.
Am I to assume that briefcase has our item of interest?
Yeah, here it is.
Well, look at that.
One of a kind. And I know you want it.
I have the amount we agreed on.
Things have changed. I want double.
Now, how am I supposed to do that?
I don't know, but your security here seems to have some fancy gear. Why don't they chip in?
Remote trigger the door to close.
What the? Security!
Oh, I could signal them. The security team and I have an understanding. They won't interfere.
As you can see, we're in control. Take advantage of our generosity. Take the money.
All right. Okay. It's all yours. Hope I never see any of you people ever again.
We have it. This couldn't have gone better. Well done. Some high-pressure tactics, but we got what we were after. Time to go home. Shall we?
I think we shall.
Stop right there. You're in possession of Slayton Aerospace property.
Ah. Slayton must have been the original owner. We don't need to do this. All's fair on Neon. Am I right?
Hand over Mr. Slayton's property. Now.
Alright. Security, we're being harassed.
There a problem here?
Yes. This armed thug was trying to steal our belongings.
I'm going to need you to back away from our VIPs. Now.
Fine, but you can't stay in the Astral Lounge forever, Stroud. Nicholas Slayton's already got your number.
Sending our men into the Astral Lounge. Slayton must be serious about getting the artifact back. We'd better get off the planet quickly.
Can I fast travel? Or are we gonna have to go all the way back? I think we're gonna have to go all the way back. Yeah, they want me to go to the entrance. Face the ambush, probably. Are the companions that you can find in the game fixed or random? They are fixed.
Something's gone wrong, hasn't it?
Slayton has put a bounty on your heads. He's greased a few palms. Your ship's been impounded at the spaceport.
There goes our way out.
We gotta get Slayton off our backs.
Great. Have a talk with the man himself.
Slayton Aerospace has offices here in the trade tower. If Nicholas is moving this quickly, he must be there or close by.
Okay.
Let's head to their lobby, shall we? See if we can make an appointment.
Slayton Aerospace.
Welcome to Slayton Aerospace. Can I help you?
Need to make an appointment to see Nicholas Slayton.
I'm afraid Mr. Slayton is a very busy man.
He's expecting me.
Ah, there does seem to be a hole in his schedule.
I have Walter Stroud with me, the CEO of Stroud Eklund.
Nice try, but CEOs don't just walk through the door. They make appointments. Maybe I could squeeze you in. Let me see. Oh, I think we can make an exception in your case. Mr. Slayton will see you. Just use the elevator.
Elevator. Vamos a usar el elevador para subir. A ver dónde está el señor Nicholas Slayton.
Wait, this clearly isn't the executive level. He's on to us.
Walter, then what's mine, then breaking into my office. A bold move, but one easily countered.
Oh, we're trapped.
Hello, Walter, dear, are you there?
Issa?
Took longer than I'd like, but I managed to pay off one of Slayton's security consultants. They've patched me in.
All right, we've got her out. Once the door's open, just follow her instructions, okay?
Copy that.
I'm aware of the irony of me continuing to say it'll be easy.
But it'll be easy.
Doors will open in 3, 2, 1. Slayton's guards and employees are all over. Be careful. Okay. You'll want to use the vent system to slip around unnoticed. There's a cupboard just to the right of the elevator you came in on.
Yes, ma'am. Sarah Morgan moved into your basement, John Coons? Haha.
That's the elevator you came in on. Jump right across the top of it and keep going to the end. Drop down and follow the conduit all the way to the end, past the fork. There's a vent above you. Just climb up. The room below you is clear. Drop down. Stop. One of the doors leads you right into the open. I'm unlocking a safe route. Opening the door on your right. Go now. Head left, but don't go through the door at the end yet. There's a robot stalking the hall.
Yes, ma'am. What's up, Angus? Good morning, or good afternoon. Whichever it is. I think it's still morning for you. Well, gosh darn it, I may have... I thought I missed something that she said.
Wait. This clearly isn't the executive level. He's on to us.
Walter, taking what's mine. Breaking into my office. A bold
Outpost building is a lot of fun. It's a huge time investment because you need all the resources to build with, and you have to level up all of your skills to be able to properly build all the outpost things. But it's fun. It's sort of like the ultimate in-game activity.
All right. We've got her out. Once the door's open, just follow her instructions, okay?
Angus coming in with a 10-pound super chat saying, "Don't quit your day job, sir."
I'm aware of the irony of me continuing
Never
to
fear.
say
The day job is here to stay.
but it'll be easy.
Doors will open in 3, 2, 1. Slayton's guards and employees are all over. Be careful. Okay. You'll want to use the vent system to slip around unnoticed. There's a cupboard just to the right of the elevator you came in on.
The funniest thing to me was last night there was a
That's the elevator you came in on. Jump right across the top of it and keep going to the end.
there was a comment on one of my I think it was TikTok. It might have been
Follow the
Instagram.
conduit all the way to the end, past the fork.
But someone said, "If you're so well off, why don't you just retire?" Being sarcastic about the fact that I tell people that, you know,
Just climb up.
whenever we get a troll, we talk about, you know, playing these games and so on and so forth. Like, if you're so well off, why don't you just retire? And it's like, do you ask Ian McKellen to retire? Do you ask... You know what I mean? Like, do you ask Aerosmith to retire? Do you ask the Rolling Stones to retire? Do you demand that, you know, all these other performers retire? Like, when people love what they do, you just keep doing it until you die. I mean, Iggy Pop is a great example of
One of
this.
the doors leads you right into the open. I'm unlocking a safe route. Opening the door on your right.
Yeah, Attenborough. Yeah.
Head left, but don't go through the door at the end yet. There's a robot stalking the hall.
Alright, this is where
Wait. It's walking down the hall. Go now, straight across to the door. Keep going all the way to the end. Wait, there's people in the room up ahead. Closing the shutters. Another robot up ahead. Wait for it to pass, then head straight across to the maintenance door next to the security gate.
Where is she?
No. Let me just get that for you. You know the routine. Up the vent. It's a short one, I promise.
Oh, gosh darn it. Where does this one go? So hang on, we came up one. I'm guessing we go down this one.
Door on the right.
Door on the right. This door?
Security is on full alert. No point slipping through unknown.
No. Somehow I messed up in there. I don't know where I got turned around. Anyway, I just think it's amusing when I think it's just a normal person syndrome, and I say that in an insulting way to be insulting. Normies who work jobs they hate and they can't wait to retire,
There's people in the room up ahead.
so
Closing the shutters.
they don't have to do stuff ever again.
Another robot up ahead. Wait for it to pass, then head straight across to the maintenance
And I'm like,
door
everybody else who
next to the
loves what they
security
do,
gate.
like, we don't want to stop doing what we do.
No. Let me just get that for you. You know the routine. Up the vent. It's a short one, I promise.
I think that might be Vasco getting into trouble somewhere.
Almost there. Door on the right.
Door on the right. What's up, Thandar?
Security is on full alert.
I think that's Vasco. Vasco is getting into trouble somewhere. I wonder if I can tell Vasco to piss off for the rest of this. It might be too late because he's already here with us. Hey, you're finally awake. Vasco,
Captain, greetings.
return to your post, but
Returning to assignment, Captain.
Wait, there's people in the room up ahead. Closing the shutters. Another robot up ahead. Wait for it to pass, then head straight across to the maintenance door next to the security gate. Go now. Let me just get that for you. You know the routine. Up the vent. It's a short one, I promise.
oh, you fucker.
Almost there. Door on the right. There's the door. It should take you outside.
Outside? You expect us to climb up the trade tower?
There's a series of catwalks that lead directly up one floor to the executive level.
Well, I guess after you.
Yeah, what he does on his own time is not up to me. Vasco can go forth and have all the adventures he wants. I should quick save before I do this. Yeah, I had to ditch Sam. Like, I did Sam just so that I could see the, you know, the romance option, but Sam Co is incredibly annoying. I liked to see the romance option, but now that I'm done with the romance option, I'm just like, bye Sam. Like, all he does is complain and whine. And he's worse than Sarah Morgan when it comes to like goody two shoes and morals. And the problem is I love Cora, so it's like it was a cool thing to see and do, but I definitely prefer Andreja. Andreja is way better, and I can't romance her right now because I've already romanced Sam. I've never really taken Vasco, so I think we're just gonna stick with Vasco for the rest of the until such time as I get to Delta. Because I know we get to a new companion in, I know there's a new companion when we get to Terran Armada, but I'm pretty sure I'm just going to keep Vasco for the meantime. just to see what he's like, because I've never really done him before.
What? What? Thought you could sneak up on me. Just getting started.
I wonder if they're gonna follow me through the door. What's up, Shiny? Oh, definitely following me through the door. Yeah, I've already got that little droid, but that's not like a. He doesn't have dialogue and stuff. Yeah, I did the Sarah romance one time just to see it.
Behind the executive elevators. I'll call the one on the far end, and you can walk right over the top.
You know, it's moments like this that really makes Neon the best place to
Hey,
do
it's Emperor
business.
Valerian.
You steal what's mine. I trap you in the city. You infiltrate my office. I lock it down. Where else can you match wits for the
Anyway,
highest
I've done
stakes?
Sarah before. Sarah is also too goody two shoes for me. Great! Oh my God, I need more coffee. Call off your guard, Slayton. Release my ship.
You have what's mine. I, indirectly, have what's yours. We are at a stalemate. Although, I do count a few more guns on my side. I do admit, having the co-CEO of Stroud Eklund in my office is quite the opportunity.
How are your quarterlies looking, Nicholas? Perhaps we can add Slayton Aerospace to our supply chain, provided this unpleasantness was behind us.
Yes, I think that could be a most beneficial exchange. There is just the small matter of paying for the humiliation. Mr. Musgrove, my former employee, and the thief responsible for our serendipitous meeting, was caught prior to your arrival. I think it would cement our new partnership if you were to decide on his sentence yourselves.
He's a thief. Let the authorities deal with him.
If that is your decision, you need only tell him yourself, and then we will handle the rest. My security brought Musgrove to my office. I'm sure seeing you again will be a fine conclusion to your previous business.
We should just let him go. No sense in more violence. We have an opportunity to spare a man's life. I know he probably wouldn't do the same for us, but that shouldn't matter.
All right.
Oh no. You. Slayton really does have a sick sense of humor.
Why'd you steal the artifact? Give me the whole story.
10 years working in aerospace engineering, and they laid me off. You damn right I stole that thing. They tell you if you have talent and commitment, you can go far. But the truth is, it's all about who steals the most and gets away with it.
And whose dick you suck. Never forget the dick sucking.
Please, I was just trying to sell a product, okay? Isn't that why we're all here?
Be lenient. We were taking advantage of his initiative, after all, even if we have found ourselves working with the man he stole from.
We're letting you go. Get out of Neon while you can.
Thank you.
A rare moment of compassion for this city. Very well. I'll clear things up with the authorities. You're free to go.
That is a cool picture.
Let's talk more back at the ship.
Dude, I don't remember forever doing it this way. I feel like I've shot my way out of that encounter multiple times. Is that not going to count as stealing? Because if not, I'm taking everything in the box. Dude, I would love... Oh. What is that? Oh, it's trash day. I was like, what is that sound? And I'm like, oh, that's my wife. She's getting up and taking care of trash. All right, I gotta try to get this reasonably centered. I think it's about right. Yeah, I feel like I've never done that before without having that end up in a confrontation. I mean, I'll take the win. Hi, guys.
Get going.
Mr.
Slayton is done with you.
Yeah. That's what we're doing. Getting out of here. All right. Yeah, that's interesting. I've never done it that way. By the way, is there any way to see, like, I always feel like I can't. I wish there was a different way to get to this system map. Because see, it just wants to... I have to go all the way out like this. Oh, we can't fast travel from here. There must be a final confrontation.
Ever wonder how the Crimson Fleet... You're out there a lot, right?
Yep, I do indeed go members only and subscribers only sometimes, because just there's days I just don't want to deal with the trolls. Like, the amount of hate that has come out about this game has been absolutely ridiculous. And when every single day I'm logging in and dealing with people attacking me, attacking my wife, attacking my community, calling people idiots. Why are you playing this slop garbage? What the fuck's wrong? It's just at some point, you know what? I'm just going to put everything on members only and subscribers only, just so I can play the game, because, you know, a troll is never going to pay the $3, $5, whatever, to, like, come in chat and be a nasty little bitch. And sometimes I just want to play the game and not have to moderate. It sucks to have to spend my precious time, which is the most limited asset I have on Earth, moderating trolls when I'm trying to play a video game. So you can blame them when I have to go members only and subscriber only on chat. It'll happen again, I guarantee it. Where the hell is Vasco? I thought I told him to come to the ship and I don't see him anywhere.
Deal with a man who wanted us dead. I guess we could.
We got the artifact. That's all that matters.
I agree. This life suits both of us, don't you think? All in all, a great success. Thank you for allowing me to tag along with Constellation's newest star. Yes, I used a pun. Forgive me.
Oh, Walter. Alright. The rifle's called Fiscal Quarter. That's funny. AFK Mars says only 3 things guaranteed in life. Death, taxes, and trolls will find you. Vasco, where the hell are you?
Sorry. Thinking of something else. Yes, Captain.
Oh. I mean, mine is better, but... I wonder if we could mod that. Alright, take off from Neon.
Liftoff initiated, Captain. Time to venture into that beautiful sky. Orbital insertion complete. You may now move freely.
You
along
hold
the
something
cabin.
you have no right to. My people have killed for less. But I will offer you one chance to hand over the artifact and turn away from this path.
Oh, that's not any type of ship I recognize.
I actually have a Starship Design conversation option. It's not material I recognize.
You see much. But our ship is created from a power beyond your understanding. Its semblance to your own vessels only aids us in masking our presence. We are the Starborn, and you are unworthy to possess the artifacts.
Tell us, please. What are the artifacts? What are they for? Did you make them? What gives you more right to them than humanity?
Answering your questions is exactly what we cannot allow. Abandon your thirst for knowledge, or drown in it.
At least tell us more about who you are.
The more you understand, the more damage you will do.
How could just knowing what you are be dangerous?
Our distance from you is the whole point. We interfere now because we must.
I'm not liking what I'm seeing on the scans. Energy output from that ship is far above the normal range. If we spin up the grav drive now, we have a chance.
Yep. Full of evasive maneuvers. Let's get out of here.
We'll get through this. Hold on.
I have seen the new ships,
I'm all
the new
ears.
spacesuits, the new weapons. We're gonna get there eventually. We are doing a from scratch playthrough. What's up, Active? Joe says next Walter mission you design a new ship when he gives it the first ship. I do bank with him, yeah.
Maintain your current course while we scan your ship's cargo.
It's an overdrive. We need to regroup at the launch immediately. Tell Noel to analyze the data off the ship's sensors.
I need to go get my additional coffee. We're an hour in and I've only had 1 cup.
Time to park this button.
Captain. It is pleasant to Captain. Do you require? Yes, Captain.
Follow me, buddy. You know what? We should probably take the time to buy everything that Jemison has on the way in, just so that we can always stockpile more resources.
Selling art is a bit of an art itself.
Oh, please take a look.
Because you can never have enough.
Thanks for. Shopping at Jemison Mercantile.
Alright, let's go drop everything off down in the basement.
Just you take advantage of the opportunity to rest in a safe location.
You're not wrong, Vasco. Besides, I could use a back massage. And I'm sure Sam is just waiting for Daddy to get home. All right. Mo coffee.
Hey, you might want this.
Why would I want more XP? More XP would be like rushing. I don't want to rush. I'm here to soak it all in. Enjoy the ride.
How is Neon? Are you okay?
Got some data for you.
Okay. I'll start transferring the data over now.
Data.
Let me just bring it up on here at the table.
More coffee.
Is that a prototype?
It's definitely not something
that
I've
material
ever
isn't
seen.
anything we. What the? Everyone, come take a look at this.
Oh, that's a good screenshot. Other than, you know what? I don't have to have Walter in this shot. That's definitely... I'm gonna see if I can get more than one of this. So let's do this one first. I don't know why I have that Witcher 3 song running through my head. Lodge.
That's no faction vessel, or Crimson.
Okay. That's a little better of a shot. I wish Vasca wasn't standing right in the way to block Walter, but that's fine. We're gonna... Damn, Sarah. Man, that is juicy. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Oh, that's why Sarah's the best companion. Oh my goodness. No, I'm not going to play Pragmata. Nope. Currently playing Replaced and Starfield. I'll be wrapping up Replaced probably today. Today or tomorrow, I'll be done with Replaced. Assuming we don't have any power outages today. We have power outages. We had 4 power outages yesterday. We'll see what the power's like today, because it was rather annoying yesterday. Alright, let's go check out our frames. Ooh, that could work. The vintage poster one could work. Work right there. I think that's for all we need here.
Fleet. Secret military tech, maybe?
No United Colonies Admiral approved that starship design.
They call themselves the Starborn. Demanded we hand over the artifact. Like we were children, playing with their parents' things.
What do people know? Any offshoot groups go by that name?
None in any corner of the settled systems I've seen. Maybe a distant human colony finally popping its head up? Another house for Rune?
I very much doubt that.
We ignoring the obvious here? A heretofore unknown group who just happens to know about the artifacts. I'm just gonna say it. Intelligent alien life, or extra-dimensional beings. The original creators from the furthest fringes of space.
Or beyond even that.
Is the metaphor of avenging angels coming down to keep humanity from forbidden knowledge not apt here?
So, we have a lot of theories, but nothing concrete. Except that they're after the artifacts, and they're willing to take them by force.
To Barrett's point, the artifacts clearly aren't human-made.
No settled systems lab made these things, and I doubt one of them made that ship either.
So, we got some weird extra-dimensional beings that coincidentally decide to build their spacefaring vessels exactly like we do. Not so sure about that.
Noel, start analyzing all the data from the ship sensors. The gravitational wave they caused, scans of their weapons, shields, everything. We're in the dark. We need to learn anything about them we can, including some way to fight them if necessary.
Oh, I'm blocked out of photo mode now because we're in a conversation.
Until then, we stay the course. Collect the artifacts. It's even more important now that an intelligence we don't know or understand is looking for them.
Yep. Everyone should get ready for a fight. I doubt they'll stop.
All we can do is be more cautious, but we are not stopping. This could end up being a race we don't want to lose. Vladimir, has the eye picked up anything new?
Some glints of shine in the dark. Ready to hand them out as soon as you please.
All right. Good luck, everyone. And be careful out there.
Andreja! Alright.
I could really bend your ear when you got a moment.
What do you
Today's a peach of a day. Because of you.
I'm kind of over you, Sam. You're way too clingy, bro.
Of all the places in the galaxy, only Neon can make me feel so damn oily. And you dealt with its absolute worst. Ryujin, Infinity LTD,
Oh, they just want to talk about Ryujin.
Doing all right?
That's why they're all like, hey, can we talk to you, please? Okay, can we talk to you?
Bye-bye, love.
See ya, Sammy. Add the artifact to the collection.
I've got some stuff on my mind. When you have the time.
Ask if you've got questions.
Have the time.
Speak up if you have ideas.
Speak to you.
Jesus, everyone's like, hey, can we talk to you?
Still need to lift another set today. Been dragging.
Frame.
Shoulder stiff. You had a hell of a shake, getting bullied in the void. Starborn sure know how to make an entrance. Ready to head back out there?
I am ready to head
the
back
Eye
out
can
there.
help you find the artifacts, but I'm afraid she's blind to our new competitor.
That you should cut back on spicy food. You said this while you were eating.
Give me any data.
Double check the
Oh,
safety
Sam's great.
unlocks
We just finished his
wherever you
romance
go,
yesterday.
okay?
But he is not my
Exploration's
favorite companion.
dangerous,
I did it
even
just to see
without
it.
some nefarious
I
group
much
trying
prefer
to kill
Andreja.
you.
I mean, no, not that one. What did I say before that one?
You said, remember to check on the experiment. The one that might explode.
Oh, yeah. No, that exploded already. What about the one before that?
You showed me a picture of a planet with multiple trajectories associated with orbiting bodies. You said this planet might hold the key to understanding the nature of...
That's it. I remember what it was now. But where am I gonna find that many spicy chunks?
Barrett, I must remind you.
Spicy
Not
chunks.
now, Vasco. This is science. Vasco, quick. Top 3 one-liner moments.
Yes, Barrett. Number 3. Your retort to the Crimson Fleet raiders on Leonis 3.
Yes, classic.
Number 2. Your wisecrack about the Ashta and the...
Alright.
I have something for you.
I didn't
Sorry.
ask you.
I was lost in a memory.
Let's head out and get some more temples.
I have something for you.
Oh, I forgot I need to start special projects.
Yeah, right. Scanning.
Oh!
Target shields erect.
That's right, I'm the Mantis. They're scared of me. They all ran. That's funny. Bye-bye. Do, 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 do. Chris Supp says, just wrapped up my Starfield, now it's time to go play some Oblivion. There you go. Oblivion Remastered is pretty awesome. Alright, Vasco. Distortions. Oh. We don't have to deal with the distortion in this one, it's leading me right to it. Hold on, Vasco, we're going for a ride, buddy.
Your ability to leap over great distances is quite the feat.
It is a feat, buddy. I have 2 of them. That was a nice slide into the parking spot. I think that's a fair criticism of all Bethesda games, Joe California, is that the banter and bark gets a little, it can get a little much. It's like, come on, guys, relax, relax.
I am no longer detecting signs of life from the enemy.
Oh no, they're toast, buddy. I'm also just chuckling. I reread that message where someone says, Sam won't stop flirting with me, and I just met him yesterday. The only characters that are allowed to flirt are you. Like, there is no, there is a physical flirt option in chat. Just because a person or character is being nice to you does not automatically mean they are flirting with you. You realize that some of you have never had the attention of a real human being before.
You will be easily defeated.
But just because someone's being nice to you doesn't mean they're flirting with you.
It is a fact that my firepower exceeds yours. It is useless to attempt to defeat us. return.
No, I doubt they'll return either, because they're dead, bro.
Compromised. Do not attempt combat with us. You will not survive.
No! I need backup here!
The only backup is the help I'm gonna give you when you need to get back up on your knees. Give you a pair of knee pads.
I believe we are no longer alone.
Oh shit!
Not done yet! You wanna try that on me? Huh?
Go ahead and run. Ah! Oh! I don't think I quite got him.
Not statistically likely to survive this encounter.
I feel like the Peter from Family Guy moment. Oh, yeah. Oh. There's a chest. I can't remember if this is where we start getting attacked by the Starborn or not. Good thing my memory serves me. God damn it, I'm sorry. Vasco?
Time and space.
Hard to get an angle on. Joe California says it's almost like my barista is always flirting with me. Yeah, it's very sad when it's very sad and also very obvious when you meet someone who's an incel, because they've never actually experienced that before, so they mistake any sort of like, and that's how you get the creepy like. You hear about that all the time, like they just think that everyone is flirting with them, and so they misread everybody's social cues. And that gets into the whole consent thing, because they thought that they were being flirted with, and it's like, no, I was just being friendly. It is very creepy, yeah. How often did I utilize powers? Oh, never, Lipai. I've made that, like, you can go watch any of my streams, like 600 plus hours on my original character. I don't think I mean, the only power I've ever worried about is like the one where you reflect bullets back, and I forget about it like half the time. I'm trying to be a little more conscious about using powers this character, but I'm still forgetting. But like, hey, we used it then. No, there's no, anybody who hates a video game, regardless of what video game is what we qualify as a loser in real life. Because video games are made for the purpose of enjoyment and entertainment. And if you hate being entertained, your life sucks and you are a bona fide loser. End of story. Go out, touch some grass, get a boyfriend, get a girlfriend, travel the world, make some friends. Stop being a ridiculously angry incel loser. And enjoy life. It's not hard. It's a video game. It's made for funsies. It's like looking at a painting. You go to a museum and you go to a painting and be like, this painting makes me angry. I hate paintings. Paintings suck. This painting is garbage, slop. How dare you enjoy this painting? No one should enjoy paintings. Paintings are garbage. Yes, I force pushed him, because that's the one cool power I have right now.
Let's get out there and do something new today, shall we?
Unknown vessel, prepare to submit to...
Wait, I know him. He's the one that helped on...
Hey, it's Captain Mayong.
This is Captain Myung. Please acknowledge. Come on, don't leave us ground pounders hanging. It's nice to see you. Been busy risking your ass for total strangers, huh?
Well, I can't let the Marines steal all the glory.
You are giving us a run for the money. Do I have to? Fine. Private Psy says hi. No more passing messages. Decorum, Marines.
Right, an inanimate object causing you hate is just... That's the loserest of loser mentalities. That table is making me upset.
I stand by it. You'd make a hell of a Marine.
I hate that flower vase.
Damn proud to know you two. Command's shipping us off to parts unknown. But would you accept a final parting gift?
What's up, Samurai? I'll take it, but we might bump into each other again.
It's a nice thought, but the galaxy's a big place.
So's your mom.
A lot of good people owe you their lives. Maybe one day some of us can return the favor. Young out.
Well, thank you for the pistol, Myung. Oh, I forgot to go post that screenshot. Hang on. I gotta go post that screenshot before we do anything else. We need to exit the ship.
Your health will rapidly decline if you proceed into this area without a space.
That's right. If someone hates you for no reason, make sure to give them a reason.
Please proceed to press pedal to metal.
Proceed to press pedal to metal. Alright, let's go to our social media and post that badass screenshot. Out on Twitter, going to Blue Sky now. We should also do this post on YouTube. Oh, I hate it when YouTube tells me your picture is too big. That's what she said. We're gonna open that with save as JPEG because your stupid PNG is just too big. Your JPEG is too big. Your JPEG is too large. All right, screenshot is out. All right, out on all these socials. Ha! Step your toe on a piece of furniture and tell me you can't hate an inanimate object. That's kind of true. That's kind of true. Or Legos, like stepping on Legos in the middle of the night. That's true. That is true. Oops, I grabbed the wrong controller. Alright.
Unlike humans, I do do not experience thrills from increased velocity.
Oh, yes you do, Vasco. Don't lie to me. Look at your little arms. Oh, he didn't raise his arms. Oh, you were fibbing to me, bro. You totally raised your arms earlier when we did the jump. What's the best part about this game for me? Asks Josh Sander. Oh, pissing off incels. 100%. Pissing off people who say that they hate this game. That's my favorite part about playing this game. Because I get to ram my Starfield streams down their throat and watch them gag on it. You're gonna take that dick. You're gonna take that dick. You're gonna like it. If you haven't seen the movie, it's not going to make any sense. But if you've seen the movie, you understand the joke. That is probably my favorite part about streaming in general, is people who claim that that everything I do is fake. There's no way I'm actually enjoying the game. I'm a paid shill. There's no way I'm making money at this. It's all lies. I have other sources of income that pay the bills. My wife's got an OnlyFans account that pays the bills. Like, I just love seeing all that shit. And meanwhile, I'm over here. Like, I had a guy last night say that it's all fake. He actually has a and it's just a troll, right? He's actually got a midnight shift job that he works, and it's like, sure, guys, sure. I somehow have an abundance of time where I am not only streaming 8 hours a day and doing 4 to 5 hours a day of video creation, I'm also somehow working a midnight shift job. Sure. So I do love taking all of my streams and just ramming it down the throats of the haters. There's no way you're actually enjoying that nasty slop from Bethesda.
Your fragile body was not designed to take impacts like that.
You could say the same about your mom, Vasco. Gonna see. Only Rens. That's true. What's up, Thandar? What are we gagging on? Oh, I was just showing him what your mom sounded like last night. Oh! See, even Thandar gets the mom jokes. Like, just because you're a member of the Only Rens fan doesn't mean you're immune to my mom jokes. You get a mom joke. You get a mom joke. We all get mom jokes. That's right. His mom was designed to take impacts. Why is Frodo howling at my door? What's the matter? Come here. Hey, come here. Yes, she is in the box and you do not attack her. What's up? Come here. Hey. Give me a second, guys. What are we doing? I don't know why he was just howling at my door, but he just saw Blanca, so he hates her, and he tries to eat her any chance that she gets, and she's down in here in this little bed right here. Get you good girl. Anyway, I forgot and was talking with Chris the other morning about a week ago, and I didn't close the office door all the way. I just pulled it shut behind me, but I didn't get it all the shut. And we're in here, we're talking, and all of a sudden I turn around and I see my doors open like that, and I was like, oh no, because she was sleeping. And he came in here, she was dead asleep, and I caught him right as I came through the door, was literally him reaching up from the bottom and just full on, as she's dead asleep, he just like slashes her across the face, scratches her nose open, bleeding all over the place, scratches the corner of her eye. It's just so frustrating how they refuse to bond even after all this. It's been 2.5 years and we can't. Him and Smeagol both hate her guts, and if they ever catch her, they just try to beat the shit out of her. But he was just, I don't know if you saw him when I was picking up, his tail was just doing this. And it's because he's sitting here and he's just looking at her in her bed like, I just want to attack her. Yeah, you're a sweet girl. Yes. Sweet little rescue baby. Alright, do I have any more mom jokes? I gotta scroll through chat now. Excuse me. I just like science fiction games. That's really what it comes down to. I like a good sci-fi game. And I like Bethesda games in general. So for me, being able to play a Bethesda game that also happens to be set in space, it's a science fiction game, it's a win for me. Like, it's just that simple. I don't really have any other science fiction RPGs, right? There aren't that many out there. Cyberpunk is not a science fiction. It's more of a cyberpunk, right? It is science fiction, but it's not a space science fiction. So this game lets me have a ship that's got cool gun combat. It's got great narrative. It's got a complex skill tree. Like, you'll hear all these people like, but No Man's Sky. And I'm like, No Man's Sky doesn't do shit. No Man's Sky, I have hundreds of hours in that game. And I do like No Man's Sky. I would argue that actually I love No Man's Sky. But I like No Man's Sky for different reasons. And I need my pen because this is going to get spun out into a video. But I don't know where I put my pen. So in terms of, what do I really like about Starfield? It's a science fiction Bethesda game. And for me, that's enough. But I do have some additional points I want to make on this. So we're going to call this 148. Why do or what? What was the question exactly? I got to read the wording on that. What is the best part about Starfield? That was the question. What is the best part about Starfield? So, first and foremost, it's science fiction, right? It gives me the space combat, it gives me ship building, it gives me outpost building, it gives me a narrative RPG, it gives me a skill tree, it gives me great ground combat with the weapons, lots of weapons mods, space mods, and I like the aesthetic. I like the NASA punk aesthetic that they started off with. Now they have NASA Tactical, which is what they've added with the Terran Armada. So I know the haters often like to look at No Man's Sky and be like, yeah, but No Man's Sky do it better. No, it doesn't. No Man's Sky doesn't do anything better. No Man's Sky is different. But Elite Dangerous does it better. No, it doesn't. It's different. The closest game I would say to this one, and it's not fully released yet, is going to be Star Citizen. Which will become, I should say, wouldn't even be Star Citizen. It would be Squadron 42. What Squadron 42 is bringing to the table is similar to this, but also, like I said, that's the closest example I could come up with would be Squadron 42. Because Elite Dangerous, it's just ships. That's it. Ships. There's no narrative RPG elements. There's no complex skill tree. There's no, like, spacesuits. There's none of that. There's no player housing. There's no, like, it's spaceships. That's it. Elite Dangerous is not comparable to Starfield. No Man's Sky offers some incredible exploration elements, but it's a crafting survival game. Outpost building in that game, I would argue, is better than here, because I have spent, I would argue that I've spent a couple hundred hours building bases in No Man's Sky, and here I've only probably put 50 hours at most, and it was only during one playthrough. And I like the outpost building here, but I do like the outpost building in No Man's Sky more, right? So for me, there's certain things I like in No Man's Sky more than here, and certain things I like here more than No Man's Sky. It's not a difficult concept. But going back to Squadron 42 for a minute, when that game comes out, that game is the most similar to this in that it's going to have gunplay and crafting and ship combat, right? And ships that you can do. But make no mistake, at its core, Squadron 42 is more of that flight sim with other added components. So and that game is designed to be played with a flight stick. This game is not designed to be played with a flight stick. This game is designed to be played with a controller or mouse and keyboard. So knowing that, and even though you can play mouse and keyboard and Star Citizen, if you've ever played the beta, alpha, whatever you want to call it, the persistent universe, you can do mouse and keyboard. You can use controller. You can use your flight stick. It is, I mean, when it comes to the flying portion of that game, it is designed around people who want to spend a lot of money having a really cool flight sim setup and flight sticks and everything else. So, ultimately, Squadron 42 will offer something that is more similar to Starfield than pretty much any other space game I could think of that I have played in recent years. I always just genuinely get a chuckle when people want to go back to No Man's Sky, because I would actually say that, like, Star Wars Outlaws has more in common with Starfield than No Man's Sky, because you've got great gunplay in Star Wars Outlaws. You've got cinematic elements, which this game doesn't have compared to that game. That game doesn't have narrative RPGs though, but it does have the speeder bike. It's got great ship combat. So I mean, even that game has similarities. So I mean, you could always pick and choose your space games and say, what is it that you like most about those games and how do they compare to Starfield? But what is the best part about Starfield? Like I said, I think it just comes down to it being a science fiction game for me. I love sci-fi. The shipbuilding isn't something I get a ton of enjoyment out of. I don't mind modding my ships, but shipbuilding is not my thing. Like, I've never done big ship builds in this game. I probably never will. I haven't ever built automated outposts. I did it one time, and it was so complex that I said, no thanks. I'm going to pass on that. I do love the weapon modding in this game. Like, I have put a ton of time into modding my weapons and my my spacesuits. Tons of time, and that was before X-Tech got added to the game. So now with X-Tech, I'm even more inclined, which is what I've been working towards. Like, if you like we're 75 hours into the game right now, and if you look at where have I put the bulk of my points, I mean, I have some points all over the place. We're only level 27 or 28 or whatever, but it's mostly been here. I've got 4 ranks there, 4 ranks here, 4 ranks here. Matter of fact, I'm about to drop a point into special projects, and we're going to go work on that next. So, I mean, for me, getting the ability to go forth and mod my weapons and my spacesuits was the #1 priority for this character. #1 priority. I have put all my points into, and special projects will allow me to build the best mods for my weapons and spacesuits, which then sets me up for the ultimate leveling of the gear with X-Tech, because you could take every single spacesuit, every single weapon in the game, take it and level it up, increase the rank from basic all the way up to exotic, configure all the mods exactly how you want, and you can take it through the Unity with you now into the New Game Plus. So all of those items, I could spend 1,000 hours playing this game, and I could carry the same weapon that I pick up at level 1, and it still be a viable, useful weapon at 1,000 hours into the game, because of how deep the weapon modification and spacesuit modification system is in this game. So that's an aspect of Starfield that I absolutely think is amazing, because a lot of games, you know, you can craft weapons, you can craft armor, but it's almost always going to be level specific, whereas this allows you an infinite modification system where you could just keep making it better and better and better and better and better until you get to that cap, and then you can just take it with you into the Unity, and you can carry that weapon forever, or the spacesuit, or whatever it is that you want to take. So yeah, best part about Starfield, it's science fiction. It really is that simple. And then apart from that, it's just, I like Bethesda games, and this has all of those Bethesda elements that I enjoy. All Bethesda games have something unique that they bring to the table. Like, I love the VAT system from Fallout, and that is something that no other Bethesda game offers, is the VAT system. So that for me is, if you ask me what's my favorite thing about Fallout, I'm probably going to point to the VAT system. Like, even though it is a cool post-apocalyptic setting, and it has like the sort of punk rock humor, and you know, that aspect of Fallout is always appealing, but when it comes to like I just love the VAT system. Like, I'm always going to make an agility-based character in Fallout games because I want to have max VATs, because I think it's really cool to be able to like target the head or target the arm, cripple the leg so that the mutant can't chase you down because he's limping through the forest. You know? Yeah, it's not any one thing specifically. Like I said, it's just mostly it's a science fiction game. And there are lots of great science fiction games out there, but I play them all for different reasons. The ones I don't play, like Elite Dangerous, I bounced off of. I tried it, man, that's probably like 8 or 10 years ago. I tried it on the PlayStation 4, and I got maybe 20 hours into it and was like, I can't play this game. Like, there's no quests, there's no narrative, there's no voiceovers, there's nothing. It's just, here's a ship, the blackness of space. You want to talk about a game with a lot of nothing to do, and a lot of empty planets, and a lot of just boring... It's Elite Dangerous. Elite Dangerous for me was quite possibly one of the most boring games I have ever played. When I played it, I remember looking at it going, it's pretty. It looked good on the PC, PS4. This was back when they still had console support. They abandoned console support at some point. Like, Elite Dangerous is not a game that I would put up there as something I would be comparing other things to. They do one thing exceptionally well, and that is the recreation of space as a giant empty place that takes ages to get across in terms of space flight. But there was no quest, there was no driving narrative. It's like, I'm a narrative RPG guy, so that game needed something that it was missing for me. No Man's Sky, I like Minecraft. It's Minecraft in space. Mass Effect, completely different type of game. There's no space flight in Mass Effect. You have a party-based system in that game. You know, I don't know. I like sci-fi. We need more sci-fi games. Need more sci-fi games. Yeah, Elite is very niche. Alright, I'm gonna have to take care of this Starman. Are we not getting ambushed by a Starborn this time? Oh, there he is. Get up there, man. Alright, let's get all the ore out of here. Yeah, you could get rid of the bullet sponginess though in Fallout by just making the mobs different. Like you can adjust all those things with the sliders. So I don't really see that as an argument for Fallout being bad because you can literally adjust all that stuff. Just like you can adjust everything in this game. Oh, I hear my grannies up. And my wife. I'm going to go say good morning here in a minute. Yeah, Shop, that's how I felt. I mean, I did push quite a bit into Elite Dangerous, but ultimately it was like, I remember the bounce off point for me was I had there was like an objective or something where it was like you needed to travel like, I don't remember. It was something where it was going to be like 200, it was going to be like 20 hours of real time to like travel from this one place to another. Just for, I don't remember the objective, I don't remember what it was, but I remember going, there is no way that I'm going to do this. This is incredibly boring. There's nothing happening. I'm literally just staring at a blank screen as we travel through space, and I'm managing like fuel and all this other stuff. I was like, this is not something that I consider entertaining at all. Like, back to the lodge. And while we're at the lodge, I need to go downstairs and do some crafting. Work on our special projects. I don't remember fast travel in Elite Dangerous. Again, I haven't played the game in
of a pick-me-up.
8 or 10
I am
years.
told
So.
the Terra Brew location in New Atlantis is the best in the galaxy. You should return to your quarters to rest. You appear tired.
Look at how far we've come. It's all becoming so overwhelming. The Starborn, the artifact visions, the music. Is it all worth it?
Mateo, are you having a crisis of faith? You?
What if the Starborn are right? What if our hunt for the artifacts is a fool's errand? Doomed to failure and catastrophe.
Exactly. It's
You
like
think we're
Microsoft
doing
Flight
the
Simulator.
wrong
Some
thing?
people love that stuff.
We just
I
want
do not.
answers.
So for those people who love
Isn't
it,
that why we all joined in the
go
first
forth.
place?
Have fun.
The noble quest of discovery.
I need this right here. This is what I need. I need NPCs that talk and have complex emotions and storylines and relationships. I love my narrative RPGs.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to shame either of you. Blame the workings of a worried mind. I just hope that this journey doesn't turn us into something that we wouldn't recognize from where we are now.
Oh, I hope it does,
Hate
because
to
evolution
interrupt,
of the species
But
is
I have a
important.
favor to ask. Lot of equipment on the Eye has reached the span's end. If we're going to find more artifacts further out, we need work done. Got the nods and signs from Sarah and Walter for the materials, but I need hands. Raise the thoughts with you later.
Yeah, I think we're getting close to the quest. I don't remember exactly when that quest happens, but I think we're getting close. Let's talk to him about the... I think he's probably not going to want to talk to me about this, though. He's going to want me to repair the station.
Hate to interrupt. Lot of equipment on the eye.
Yeah.
Got the nods and signs from... Won't be going... Need more than just the...
Hang on, Vlad.
Going to take a lot of hands to shore up the eye. The fixing is going to need your help. See you on the station.
Yeah, see, he won't even talk to me about that until later. I don't remember. We're gonna face it no matter what. But that'll be a moment where we hard save, because I don't know how we want it to go. Okay, I need to make 10 common or uncommon manufactured components. Manufactured or components.
Your insistence on carrying so many things is reducing our travel speed.
Pretty sure we need more of those. This counts, right? Yes. I think I've done... Shit. Okay, that's because I had to do the math in my head. Alright, at least my brain is still somewhat functional. It's like, math! Math hard! Yeah, oh yeah, unlimited storage in the basement is a big deal. I mean, I should go stash both of those, actually. That's right. Calculate this, Google. Man, I can't. I have no desire to go back to a pre-Google era. My wife and I were having a really good chat the other day about when we were kids and we had to learn. You guys remember? I think it was called the Dewey Index. I can't remember what it was called exactly though. But you had to go to the library. So your teacher would give you an assignment, right? And it was, the purpose was teaching you how to cite your sources and do investigative research. So you would get sent to the library and you would have to go, you're looking for a specific book and you would have to go to the Dewey Decimal System. I was going to say, I thought, my mind doesn't completely forget these things a little bit, but you would need to go to they had like a filing system and it was alphabetical, and so you would look up, like, I think it was the names of books or whatever it was, and you would scan through there and you would look for the book you were looking for, and then you would have to go coordinate and find it. Yeah, the cards in the box at the library, exactly. And then you would find the book you were looking for and it would tell you where in the library you could find the book, the card catalog. And that is something that no kid has had to deal with since, I don't know if millennials had to deal with that, but maybe like Gen X and millennials, but nobody since that generation has had to deal with that because nobody does research at the library anymore. We all do it via the internet. And so if I want to find a book, I can look it up. I can buy it off of Amazon. I can find a PDF of it, whatever the case may be. And so we were joking, she and I, we were talking about this. It's like, that is like a lost skill, kind of like learning how to read a map. So like both of our nieces are in their early 20s, right? Neither one of them know how to do it. They don't know how to read maps, and they don't know how to like go. They've never been. Chris says she doesn't think either one of her nieces has ever been to a library, and they're in their 20s. Neither one of them, she thinks, has ever been to a library, because everything they've ever done has been through tablets and search engines. And the big thing is the younger one, who's like 20, 21 now, she's like doing university. She's using AI for all of her research on her papers and everything. It's just all AI. She uses Sora, whatever. Like it's all AI. Yeah. See, I don't remember how the cards actually work either, Joe California. Like I don't remember. And yes, Chris, they would lose their mind if they had to do the stuff we had to do. But I don't miss it. Like I don't miss those things, because obviously, you know, it's kind of like we used to take a hammer and a chisel and carve things onto stone tablets. And now I can type it into a phone. Or more importantly, I can use voice to text, and I could just pick up my phone and say, hey, write this, and it writes it out for me. And I don't have to type it. I don't have to write it. Like, technology is a good thing. Like, you don't necessarily want to go back to those types of things just for the sake of going back to those things. But it's just an interesting conversation point to have lived to see technology advance so much that something that we did 30 years ago, actually less than that, more like 25 years ago, you know, 25, 30 years ago, it's gone. You know, like, no, it's never going to come back. And there's nothing wrong with that. All right, guys, I need to take a break. My coffee says, hey, man, you've had 2 cups. You need to get up and take a bio. And my grandniece is up. I got to go say good morning to her and my wife. We are in the middle of the morning stream. There's still about 2 hours ahead of us. If my internet disconnects, I will be back ASAP. If the power goes out and I'm not back in 10 minutes, it's because the power went out yesterday for like 2.5 hours. But hopefully none of that happens. I should be back in 5 to 10 minutes. While you're waiting, get over to the Discord. Get on YouTube. Follow along, because everything between the streams happens over there. Be nice to each other. Don't make me mod you when I come back. Kick the trolls to the curb. And I'll see you guys in a few minutes.
Hello there, Vasco.
Greetings, Walter Stroud. How may I assist you?
Oh, no, I don't need anything. Just, checking in. Seeing how you're doing.
At present, all systems are functioning well within established parameters.
Right. Well then, keep up the good work.
Yes, Walter Stroud. I will.
My wife swears she didn't come in and steal one of my pins, but one of my pins is missing. I'm gonna have to go on a search for it later. I just bought new pins. I got 2 of them, and one of them is gone. Alright. I can't blame my wife. I found it. I was like, where's my pin? She has, the only reason I say that is because she has notoriously, over our entire relationship, you know how some people are lighter thieves? My wife is a pin thief. I have lost so many pins to her. I bet I've lost hundreds of pins to my wife over 15, 16 years now. There's always that one friend who just is like a sticky finger with lighters, and she is a sticky finger with the pins. Man, I wish my high school would have had like a computer class, Joe California, because if I would have had a computer class, I probably would have gone into programming, but I got sent to a stupid Baptist religious high school where computers were not the priority. Oh yeah, rotary phones, baby. Rotary phones. Oh, speaking of Home Encyclopedia Britannica, as Barbarossa just mentioned, I remember we lived in the middle of nowhere when I was growing up, and I remember this salesman came by, and we lived, like, you had to drive, our driveway was like 2 miles long, a dirt road, and so you could see people coming for a long time. And this guy was a door-to-door salesman, and he showed up, drove his car up our driveway, and he sold my dad, this is pre-internet, sold my dad a massive encyclopedia collection, like Encyclopedia Britannica, whatever, and it was like, I don't remember how many volumes, 10, 12 volumes, it was big, you know, and they were all thick, and I remember I used to lose myself in the Greek mythology and Roman mythology sections of those, and also the pirate age, like the pirate stuff and all the shipbuilding, and you know, I would draw sketches, and I would lose myself in those books. Yeah, thumb fatigue is annoying, Gray. I'm literally sitting here I've not been, ever since I've been logging so many hours in Starfield, I have legit thumb fatigue from the PlayStation controller, which I don't get it on this controller, on the Xbox controller. It's way easier to move around. The worst is because you have to run, you have to down press on the and it's really hard to down press on the PS5 controller. Joe California says, I was gonna go to school for programming, but at the time didn't think it would be a valid career option. Yeah, programming is one of those things where I do wish I would have, you know, I could probably learn it as an adult, but honestly now with my hands being all fucked up and you know, my eyes, and it's like, I don't think it's worth it. There's not any projects that I want to work on anymore. Like, I've already done all the game dev stuff I want to do. I've already done all that stuff. I don't feel the need to go do it all anymore. But had things turned out differently, I wished I would have had a programming class in school. Vacuum salesman. Not to spin into religious territory, but I got to tell a story because I was just thinking back about high school, right, and being forced to go to this Christian high school. And there's no programming classes or anything like that. But I do remember, like, we had to go to Bible class. Bible class was a thing. Like, it took up a whole block of the day was going to Bible class. And I got in trouble for this because it was, I think Nirvana was, you know, still around at the time. It's mid-90s. Probably 95, 96. It was before I had dropped out, so it would have been like probably 96, right? 1996. I would have been about 16. And I remember being in the Bible class, and we weren't learning about the Bible. Instead, the teacher was telling us about the evils of rock and roll music, and he used some of Nirvana's music. He also used some of Fish, the band Fish, and some of the Grateful Dead's music. And then he had a whole, like, 3-week lecture series on how evil the Mormon church is. So here's a Baptist church. We're perfect, and we're these amazing things because we're Baptists, but don't trust the Mormons because they're evil because of all of these reasons. That was Bible class. Rock and roll music is bad. Mormons are evil. The Baptists are God's blessed. And I remember I confronted the teacher in class one day. I was like, doesn't the Bible tell us that we're not supposed to judge other people and that we should love our neighbor as ourselves? But you're directly telling us that we're not supposed to love our Mormon neighbors and that we're supposed to judge them because of their version of the Bible. And I got sent to the principal's office for being argumentative in class. Because my little 16-year-old brain was going, but wait, you're telling me that I'm not supposed to do the thing you're telling me to do. Why? Don't question authority. I'm God's representative on Earth. Do what I tell you. Where's Walter? Doesn't show me where Walter is. Argumentative? Renfail? Never! Yeah. Elvis Presley. All them, that devil music. Looking the way it's causing them people to flail around. They're demon possessed. Oh, and the Beatles, too. Oh, you know what? I bet everybody's up on the eye. Joe California says, my parents were Mormon and I grew up in that. Then I had a Christian friend take me to a Christian bookstore and all the Mormon books were in the cult section. Ha ha ha! It's legit, dude. That's totally legit. That's exactly the way it worked. Elvis is the devil. Do you have to be level 50 to start the new content? You don't have to be. You can crank the difficulty of the game down, but it is recommended to be 50 plus for the Terran Armada stuff. Yes. What's up? Con frijoles, sí. Sí, está bien, gracias.
Hey, you mind helping me weld up some of these panels? I miss coming up here. We should visit the lab more often.
Spend so much time looking at the scans. I can see star systems orbiting in my head. You color the wrong wires. Station showing red.
Some kind of problem?
Nastier than I measured. Figured a few of the parts might be iffy.
Oh, that's a good question. I did take a typing class in
I
school.
won't leave you hanging, Vladimir.
I don't know if they do that anymore, though.
Cor and I can stay with you until the eye is back to 100%.
No need for the martyr's cloth. As for you, while we're giving the eye the sorts, need to tip your ear on another matter when you got the time.
It was a...
Hey, if you go, I'll...
Don't want to worry anyone, but we got more competition. Not Starborn, rival collector. Captain Petrov owns a salvager vessel called the Scow. Runs it like a palace of novelties.
Yes,
And
manual
he's got a new
typewriter.
prize in his collection.
Ching!
Reached out through my hand-to-hands to see if we can do an honest swap. He says the rock ain't for sale for any price. Think we're gonna need a crowbar and bag for this one.
Right.
Left the life of a jacob once behind myself. I know what I'm asking. But I see
Yes,
a clutch
accounting
prize
class. We had to
not
learn how to
up for
balance
the
a
prime
checkbook.
any other way.
They taught us about debits and
Not
credits.
sending you lone hook on the job.
I remember that.
I want Barrett with you on this one. You two will be foot to foot the whole way. So
How
make
to
sure you're
balance
ready.
checkbook. That is another forgotten skill.
Catch a smile out there.
Oh yeah, my tendonitis would like scream at you needed to use a manual typewriter. Can I still not talk to him about more?
Never regretted coming out of it. Got one. Gave up my room in the lodge so Andreja had a place to call her. Back to the raid shifts and gravity's pull.
I have something for you.
I remember home ec, but I never took a home ec. But I remember that being, you know, something that you could do. Free loot. Oh, Satan, the Satanic Panic and D&D. So I think I've told this story before, but so my parents were in the James Dobson cult, and they fully believed that like Dungeons and Dragons was of the devil. And I remember there was a radio show which was actually quite good if you stripped out a lot of the religious elements of it, called Adventures in Odyssey, that James Dobson's group produced. It was about kids who lived in a small town, and there was an old man who ran like it was like a copy shop or some sort of like meet and greet place, and he had like this time machine type of thing where the kids could go into the machine and like go back in time and experience all these adventures from the Bible, right? And the show had a lot of really good, adventure elements to it and everything else. The problem with it was that it was also extreme. There were elements that were extremely religious about it that were from the cult of James Dobson. And rest assured, my friends, it was a cult and still is a cult. But it was a really good radio show, and for kids, it was highly entertaining. And there was an episode on there where they vilified Dungeons and Dragons, and I remember because at the time I was starting to get, I was into like computer games, so I had played like King's Quest 6 and Quest for Glory, and Quest for Glory was the one where it was a lot like D&D because you could create a wizard and a fighter and a thief, and I was having lots of fun, and my parents would let me play that video game on pre-approved days, on like Saturdays when there was chores and stuff. And I remember listening to that episode and going, wait a second, Dungeons and Dragons sounds exactly like the video game that I'm playing. It's just people pretending to be a wizard, a thief, etc. And I remember that episode was like sort of like the beginning of my brain starting to open up and be like, I don't think all these things they're telling me are true, because this seems very much in, they're telling me that, but how is this bad? Like, I'm just playing. And I remember because my mom used to get really uppity about book covers when she would take me to the library. She would not let me pick up certain books to take home and read because she didn't like the cover art. And or it would, James Dobson would say that book has magic in it. You shouldn't let your kids read that book because it has magic and it promotes witchcraft. And then at the same time, my parents are promoting J.R.R. Tolkien and the Lord of the Rings, which is magic and a dark lord and wizards, and the Chronicles of Narnia, which is magic and a white witch and everything else. But then you have to sit back and go, wait a second, the reason they're letting me read these is because they are Christian authors. Oh, I'm understanding the hypocrisy here. It was in my little 15, 16, 14, 15, 16-year-old brain was starting to like analyze that data and be like, something's not matching up here. But the satanic panic thing was always, that's why I got kicked out. I came home from school, and I knew that my parents hated Dungeons and Dragons. And I had used my allowance money to go buy a Dragonlance. It was a Dragonlance computer game. And then I had bought, it was like Pools of Radiance and something else. There was like a really cool box set where, thanks for the super chat, Matt. I'll answer that question here in a second. It was a box set where it had like a map maker and the player's handbook and everything else inside of this box set for Dungeons & Dragons. And I went and bought that, put them on my computer and on the home computer, and then I hid the boxes underneath my bed. I also had, and I had a water bed, but like I pulled out the shelves and like buried them way back in there. And I also had bought like the X-Men comics, where like Wolverine gets the adamantium ripped out of his body. I had the Spider-Man versus Carnage series with the holographic, the X-Men ones with the holographic covers. I had Tales of the Jedi. I had a bunch of Elf Quest. And the Elf Quest stuff was questionable as well because it had like borderline nudity, and there was like an orgy scene, I think, in like the first edition where they're all having like a ritual around the campfire, and it was sexualized. I don't remember it being directly an orgy, but it was like, it was, anyway. So I hid all that stuff, and I came home from school, and there was a bonfire going on, and my mom was chucking stuff out of the upper window where my room was. And my dad came out of the house and like just started yelling at me because they had found the Dungeons and Dragons. My mom had gone snooping in my room and had found the boxes and found you installed Dungeons and Dragons on our computer. You have brought Satan into this house. You are a devil child. You are rebellious. You are no longer welcome here. You are filled with the devil. You are full of Satan. Get thee hence, Satan. Get thee gone. Get thee away from me, Satan. And I'll never forget that because the funniest thing, and this is one of the reasons my younger brother, went no contact with my parents with their kids, is because my brother and I have built video games together, and Dungeons and Dragons. We've played D&D together. My wife is here, role played. We did 2 actual play sessions. My wife's in cosplay and everything, and my mom to this day cannot handle the fact that we are involved with Dungeons and Dragons, and she just likes to try to make stupid comments about it and get all up in arms about it. And my brother bought the Young Dungeons and Dragons. It's like the D&D for kids. It's like a little box set with like really cool art books, but it's like D&D light. It just teaches them about what is Dungeons and Dragons, what is the Forgotten Realms, what's a Beholder, who's Drizzt and all that stuff. So my nephew, he was probably 8 or 9 at the time when he got those books, was super excited, and he was telling his grandma, this is before they went no contact, he was telling his grandma all about these amazing books that his dad got him. And he was like, yeah, it's this thing called Dungeons and Dragons. And my mom lost her shit and was yelling at my brother, how dare you fill this child's head with satanic ritual. It's like, holy shit, get a grip. Sweet Pea says, meanwhile, we're about to start a Baldur's Gate failing night play session. Nice. Yeah, I to this day, that's the, I occasionally talk to my parents, but that was the defining moment of me realizing we were never going to be able to have a relationship. Because they, kicked me out over D&D, and I think I might have been 16, right at the edge of 16. It's been so long ago, it's hard to remember. But she burned all my comic books. Burned my and I mean I had all of the OG Tales of the Jedi first editions, like a holograph cover of that X-Men, Spider-Man versus Carnage, ElfQuest stuff. I had graphic novels. She burned that stuff's probably worth 15-20 grand these days. She burned it all on the pyre of Christianity. James Dobson told me that D&D is of the devil. And we're supposed to beat our kids with rolled up newspapers and treat them like animals. There was much rejoicing when that man died a few months back. That's why I didn't finish school. I got kicked out, dropped out of school the next week because I showed up at school. So I went and I think I got kicked out on a Wednesday or Thursday because I remember I went to school on Monday and I didn't shave, and I remember walking up the stairs at school. I've told this story a while back. I was walking up the stairs at school to go to English class, and the Spanish teacher, who was also the algebra teacher, who was also a missionary to Chile, which is why he spoke Spanish. He was coming down the stairs, and I had 5 days of stubble, and I'm 16, and he's like, "That's gonna be demerits for you, Mr. Anderson." And he went and told the principal, and I'm in the middle of English class, and the principal, who's also the pastor of the school, comes into English class, and walks up and puts his hand on my shoulder. He's like, "Mr. Anderson, I need you to step out into the hall." And middle of English class, there's 25 kids in here, and everybody's, "Woo, what's going on?" And it's I'm like, "What's the matter?" And he's like, "Well, you're not supposed to show up to school if you're unshaven." And I was like, I'm sorry, you know, I didn't have power, you know, where I'm at. I had to, you know, because I was just crashing somebody's couch, you know, and I was like, it just was one of those things I couldn't get to this weekend because I didn't have power and I didn't have all access to all my stuff, and you know, I apologize, you know, but I'll get to it tomorrow. And he's like, that's unacceptable. You need to step out in the hallway. And I just remember confronting him, and I said, you know, I don't understand what's the problem here, because every picture that you have hanging on the walls here shows Jesus with a beard and long hair, and all you guys ever do is harp at me because my hair's touching my ears, or my hair's touching my collar, or I've got stubble, and all of these pictures show Jesus with a beard and long hair, and you're always telling me that Jesus looks at the heart and only man looks at the outward appearance, and here you are telling me that you're judging me based on my outward appearance. And he yelled in front of the whole class, I am sick and tired of your bullshit, Mr. Anderson. You are expelled. And I was happy to leave. It was fun times. Barbarossa says my mother threw out my Brother Man's Superman First Edition. She didn't care for comic books. That's crazy. Vanessa says I would have suffocated to death in a religious household as a goth and a witch. I know, like, it's crazy. I've told that story before, by the way, a couple of times here and there. Some of you may have heard it before. Roy G. Biv, I remember that one. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. Do I remember Chick Tracts? I don't know about that one, Lou. Shop class. Lou says Independence, Missouri, the RLDS banned D&D from the city. That's so crazy, man. Hail Satan. Susan X said back then my mom had a bumper sticker called Immoral Minority. Oh yeah, there was when Harry Potter came out, my mom was having a like meltdown about Harry Potter. ElfQuest is awesome. What's up, Napier? What's up, DSM? It was tough, Fisher, but you know, here we are. Traumatized and in our mid-40s. We've made it this far. We'll push on. Poor Rover. Get up, buddy. Oh yeah, that was the big thing, was like my mom policing the book covers when I would get I'd go to the library and want to get a bunch of books. Well, you can't get that one because it has a chicken armor on it, you know.
I was wondering if this was going to happen. Yeah, we're good.
We are good, sir. Oh, whiplash claim. What's a little behavioral disorder amongst friends? Oh, I forgot about Matt's super chat. He asked earlier, "Are you going to play Pragmata?" No, I'm not. I was not I was not intrigued enough to want to play Pragmata. Thank you for the super chat, Matt Morganson. By the way, thanks for the support. I appreciate it. But yeah, I'm gonna be passing on Pragmata. Oh, I'm not gonna make it. Maybe I did. Yes, I'll be doing 007. Yep. Yeah, people are crazy, Moadib. Just looking for reasons to get upset. I have never played the Metro games, Montana, but I did see the trailer yesterday.
Questions come to mind. I don't even know where to start.
And I had a lot of fun with Stalker 2, which was the first Stalker game I played. And I did enjoy the Stalker series, and I know while I was playing the Stalker series, a bunch of people were telling me, hey, you should try out the Metro series. And I was busy and didn't get a chance to, and I'm definitely going to play the new Metro game. I don't think I will have time to go play other Metro games, but what did I just get? I think this is the one I just got, Creator's Peace. Compelling them to temporarily abandon their weapons. Let's get some more temples.
Hey. The stars, Captain.
This is UC Security. Prepare to be scanned for contraband.
I've never really used powers in any of my playthroughs, so I'm looking forward to that being a big part of this character's journey, is getting the powers and starting to use them. The only one I ever really used on the other character was like the one that repels some of the fire that you're taking. The Metro bundle is currently cheap on Xbox. When was the last Metro game? Because I'll tell you what, that was the thing everybody told me. Is like, you should try the previous Stalker games before you play Stalker 2. And they had a remastered version of the original Stalker games. And even with the remastered, they were so old and out of date and janky with controls and no quality of life that even though they were like the remastered, I couldn't play them. They were just too old. I was like, no, I can't. I'm not going to get any... I can't get any enjoyment out of these. Metro Exodus was the last mainline game. Yeah, I'm looking at the wiki for Metro Exodus right now, DSM. Because, like, if the gameplay is reasonably modern, I wouldn't have a problem going back and trying to play it. But, like, unfortunately, a lot of times when I go back and play older games that are being remastered, they still control like dog shit compared to modern games, and I just can't. Like, a good example of this is, like, Halo Infinite has great modern gunplay. And if you go back and play, like, the Halo Master Chief Collection or whatever, and then go try to play, like, Halo 3 or Halo 2, it is so... Like, I can't. Like, the controls are so old and not modernized.
I was doing the tallies work in my head. Inventory.
I can't do it.
Check the math on a few equations. Lucky I noticed a pattern in one of those artifacts you pulled out. Here.
Yeah, I'll tell you why I'm not really interested in Pragmatic, guys. I kind of just am not a fan of Capcom's stuff. Like, I've played a variety of Capcom games, and I've never been able to get enjoyment out of them. And I just haven't seen anything in Pragmata that makes me go, oh, this might be a Capcom game that I enjoy. Because the art style is a little weird. It's not my favorite. Like I said, I know it's getting good reviews, and I'm happy for the people who want to play it. I'm busy enough, and it's one of those things where it just doesn't look like it's going to be something that I would be interested in. I think with rank 2, I can start modding my weapons now the way I want to. So we need to go back down.
Hey, you might want this.
Yeah, see, having just played Resident Evil 9, I'm like, yeah, I bought it to play it for the channel, and it was not, I'm just not it's not my jam, guys. Not my jam. Definitely something that other people enjoy, though, and I know that Pragmatic looks like something a lot of people are going to get enjoyment out of, for sure. But it's not, it's one of those things that's not for me, really. It's kind of like when the game that came out like last year or the year before, which was like the slinky chick who was like in a skin suit, and it was like a sci-fi. She had a sword, like Stellar. I think it was Stellar Blade is what it was called. And like I literally played the demo and was like, this is just a game for people to fap off to. Like I don't. This is not. I didn't see anything. There wasn't anything there for me personally. And for everybody who enjoyed it, good for you. But there was nothing in that game that was remotely interested to me. Oh, it hasn't been long enough. She doesn't have anything to buy. Yes! Loading screens are your pictures. It is awesome. Yeah, give me a second, Napier. We'll get to that Renfail rant here in a minute.
This place is a delightful relic tangled up with hope, grit, and science.
Hope, grit, and science. Alright, I need to make 10 rare manufactured components. What is defined as a rare manufactured component? this is a rare. Ah! Wafer. I need wafers. Wafer thin. Let's make 10 of these. There we go. Alright, enjoy the day, Chris Shop. Thanks for being here. Enjoy the time with your baby. Oh, I did not mean to pick that up. Damn it. Alright. We have a Renfail rant. Waffles. Alright, we are at... So, Napier just claimed a Renfail rant over on Twitch for 5,000 channel points. And this one, as I write this down on my notes, is how a game may not be for you, but many other people may enjoy playing that game. That is the point of playing games. Play the ones you get enjoyment out of. That is not true, Napier. Don't you know? You're supposed to tell everybody that their choice in games is garbage, slop, and that they like paying the game just because they're a paid shill for the company. You're not allowed to play games for fun. What the fuck are you talking about? This is a great this is a great one. So this is JP Napier. And playing games for fun, we can call this. So you'll get this a lot when you play a lot of games and you stream games and do content creation on games. Pretty much every single game you play, you're going to have somebody who comes into your chat and tells you that the game you're playing is trash, garbage, slop, and that you're only playing the game because you're a paid shill. It's par for the course with what we do for a living. I don't know where the line got lost where you were allowed to enjoy something that someone else didn't enjoy. And I think this has something to do with the tribalism that has come out in, especially in recent years, where people have this weird tribal mentality where you're not allowed to like something that they don't like, whether it's politics, religion, video games, books, movies. If you like the thing that they don't like, suddenly you're the enemy. And it's stupid. It really is stupid. Especially when you consider that video games are art. And art has always been, since the beginning of time, subjective. There is no such thing as an objectively good or bad game. I use this example a lot, but even the Gollum game, which I would argue most people would agree is not that great of a game, there are still people out there who love Gollum. And just because they happen to like a game that we don't consider good does not mean that that game is objectively bad. It just means that it's not something we want to play. But we label it as bad because we look at it and say, the gameplay mechanics didn't work, the animations were weird. Like, there's all of these things that we can look at. And some things in game development can be considered objective, right? Here's an example. You have a game that comes out, No Man's Sky, 9-10 years ago, whatever it was. No Man's Sky comes out, gets overwhelmingly negative reviews across the board because it was fundamentally not what a lot of people had thought they were getting, and it wasn't what had been promoted in a lot of the promotional material. And it comes out, it gets devastating reviews because it was not working the way it should have been working. And Hello Games had to work really hard to get that game to a place where it would be accepted by the masses. And here we are 9-10 years later, and it has an overwhelmingly positive reputation compared to when it first came out. Another good example would be when Cyberpunk 2077 first came out. That game was objectively bad on the PS4, even though it was not objectively bad on other platforms. Okay, mamá, voy en un segundo. Gracias. That was my grandniece telling me breakfast is ready. So Cyberpunk 2077, when it came out, if you had a high-end PC, it worked great. If you played it on a PS4, which I did, it was a train wreck. Blue screen crashes left and right. So bad, in fact, that I believe it is one of the only games that PlayStation pulled off of their store because it was so bad. Like PlayStation removed it from the storefront. You couldn't buy Cyberpunk on the PlayStation. I don't know if there's ever been a game that has done that. That's an example of something that is objectively bad. They went away and worked really hard and came back with 2.0 later on, around the release of the Phantom Liberty DLC, and it became a success story. So we can look at examples like that and find there are examples of when something is objectively bad to the point where it gets pulled off the store because it's buggy, it's crashing, it's not working, so on and so forth. But what is not objective is people's opinions on whether or not a game is fun or good. And this ties into whether or not a game is for you or not. So an example I always like to give is I don't like Souls-like experiences. I don't like the Dark Souls games. I don't like Elden Ring. I don't like any game that requires me to be really precise with my button presses or that I can't pause. Because as you just saw, I'm here, my grandniece comes in, and I need to turn my head. I need to pay attention to her, this little human being who we watch Monday through Friday and take to school. And my wife has just spent the last 30 minutes preparing breakfast. That is more important to me than what is on the screen in front of me, even though this is my job because these are the people that I love in life. I need to pay attention to them. So if I'm playing a game and I turn my head to say, yes, honey, thank you for letting me know that breakfast is ready. I'll be there in a few minutes. And the game penalizes me by insta-killing my character because I wasn't there to do a button press at the exact time, in the exact place, in the exact pattern that needed to be done, and it didn't let me pause the game, because a lot of games I could just be like, oh, my niece needs me, menu, we're paused, what's up, honey? If a game doesn't do that, if a game doesn't let me pause, if a game doesn't let me turn my head away, it needs me to be here, hyper-focused, I don't play those games. Because I prioritize life and human beings more than this. You get a lot of people who will say things like, you just don't like those games because it's challenging and you don't like a challenge. I play lots of games that are challenging. We play a lot of puzzle games that are challenging puzzles to figure out. We play a lot of games where there's challenging platforming to do. We play a lot of games that have challenging combat. It's not a challenge issue. It is a game respecting my time issue. Now, what I don't do is I don't go on the internet and make a bunch of videos about how Elden Ring sucks, Dark Souls suck, these games suck because of these reasons. I just don't play those games because I know they're not for me. I am not the perfect audience member. I am not the target audience for a Souls-like game because I am not here locked in 24/7 to whatever's going on the screen. I take breaks. I have kitty cats who distract me quite frequently, just like little Snow White here. I have a grandniece, I have my wife, we have lots of animals on the homestead. There are always things that take my attention elsewhere while I am streaming. So, the worst thing I could do is go around and tell everybody that Elden Ring is bad, slop garbage, and you shouldn't play it just because I didn't like an aspect of it. And the problem you'll find is, and since we're playing Starfield, this is the perfect example of this in action. I happen to like Starfield. When it first came out, I was like, meh. And over time, it grew to become my favorite Bethesda game by default of it being science fiction, and they've just put a lot of time and effort into making it into something I really enjoy. And you will find people who get absolutely riled up and pissed off and upset that this game is something that I can enjoy. They will say things like, I can't believe you'll play that slop. I can't believe you'll play that garbage. It's Bugthesda. It's Star Slop. You're an idiot for playing that. You're a paid shill. The only reason you're playing that game is because you're paid. And I'm paid to play every game that I play. I am absolutely a paid shill for every single game that I play. This is the day job. I play games to make money. If I didn't care about it, I wouldn't be streaming games. I'd be playing games in the comfort of my own home in my spare time. But the reality is that I like this game. A lot of people don't like the fact that I like this game, and they will like to yell at me about how you're not supposed to enjoy this game. Why? You didn't enjoy it? I don't enjoy Elden Ring. I'm not yelling at you not to play Elden Ring. Elden Ring won Game of the Year. It is obviously a phenomenal game. Obviously, without a shadow of a doubt, a phenomenal game. Go forth and play Elden Ring. Please do so. It's not for me. And that is a mental handicap that a lot of people have, is they are unable to accept that someone else has different likes and dislikes than them, or that they can have different likes and dislikes and still be someone they can associate with. We have this tribalistic nature that happens these days where it's like, if you don't like what I like, you're the enemy. You're on the other side of the fence politically, religiously. You're on the other side of the fence about Souls-like games. You're on the other side of the fence about Bethesda games. Then fuck you. You're trash. You're a scummy human being. Blah, 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 blah. It's fucked up. But it is part of something that I have to deal with on a daily basis as someone who streams lots and lots and lots of video games. Because every single game I play, someone comes in a chat and will yell about that game being hot, slop, garbage, trash, and then I'm an idiot for playing it. But yeah, it's a mental issue. Those people are mentally challenged. They are smooth brains, as we would call them. Yeah, thankfully they're not part of our normal audience. But that was a good rant. Good discussion, for sure. You gotta learn to just play games, kids. Play games, move on. Not everybody has the same likes, dislikes. I like chocolate ice cream. Maybe you like strawberry. Maybe you like Neapolitan. Maybe your favorite is macadamia nuts. I don't know. Everybody's got a different flavor that they love. I know your mom likes these nuts! And that's a great way to end that rant. Are there any games that you stream that you normally would not have played, but enjoyed? Yeah. Crimson Desert is a perfect example of that. I literally went into Crimson Desert knowing it's not a game that I'm typically going to play, but I'm going to play it because it's going to give me a shitload of traffic and make me a bunch of money. And I put 100 hours into it, and I enjoyed many aspects of Crimson Desert, but I disliked many other aspects of that game. And I moved on after 100 hours because I got other things to do. But, yeah. I definitely play, usually every year I'll play 2 or 3 games that are not really my style. But because I have a gap in the schedule and I know it's going to make me money, I'll go play those games, even if I know my enjoyment factor is going to be a 3 out of 10 instead of a 10 out of 10. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter to me as long as it's something I know I'm going to be able to get enjoyment out of. That's right, Maudib. I have zero interest in Elden Ring, BG3, and Clair Obscur, but I don't go onto other people's videos telling them about how those are bad. Correct. They have still not fixed the controls, Driprum, and until they add the story mode, I definitely won't come back to Crimson Desert until they add the story mode and allow us to remap the controls on the PlayStation. Like, I'm not going to go back and play that janky control scheme. Which was the number one thing that I was not enjoying in Crimson Desert. It was the controller. It was the controller layout. That was like 90% of my problems. And the story mode. Like, they need a story mode. And they're getting a story mode. So once they patch the story mode in and they add some sort of way to like remap controls on the PlayStation, I would happily come back and continue to play Elden Ring. But I need the controller issues to be solved. I can't do it. What's up, Bubbles? Yeah, the controller things for me was just the big issue for me. Alright, let me catch up on chat really quick. Stop playing this, I don't enjoy this. Correct, I saw the update, Dribrum. They announced a story mode is coming, which I'm interested in checking out when it drops. Still doesn't fix the fundamental issues I was having with the controls. Because I couldn't, after 100 hours, I still couldn't get used to the controls. All right. Let me. What time is it here? 7 o'clock. My breakfast was announced by my grandniece in a minute. Sky07 says, having a blast in this game might be one of my faves just for the space theme and story. So fun. Give me a couple of minutes, guys. I need to duck into the kitchen and get my breakfast. We still have about 40 minutes ahead of us. We're going to play for 4 hours this morning. We're at 3 hours and 22 minutes. So we still got some time ahead of us, but I do need to go get my breakfast. Otherwise, I'll get yelled at by my wife and my grandniece. If I randomly disappear because of the internet, I'll be back as soon as I can. But yeah, give me a couple minutes here. I gotta go grab my plate of food. The worst part about trying to eat breakfast with a cat is in the room is because she decided that she was going to wake up and wants to steal my breakfast. Do not paw at me. I gave you a bite right here. Come here. Right here. There's your bite. She's like, I want some quesadillas, Daddy. Oh, now you don't want that? Does that mean I can eat my rest of my food in peace? Hmm? No. The Snyderverse. I like his films. I think my favorite of his is probably the Watchtower, or the Watchmen film. Even though the HBO version of Watchmen was also really good. Alright, you're being obnoxious, Blanca. Here. Here, you can have that. It's a piece of chicken. There you go. Eat your chicken. Here's another bite of chicken you can have too. There you go. Oh, the Rebel Moon director's cut stuff was excellent. I like all of his films. Like, I loved his take on Superman. She is like being so bad right now. She's like, I want some of your food, Daddy. I gave you some. You didn't want the rest of it. What happened to me just now? My controller is nowhere around. I don't know what just happened to my character. Uh-huh. Acting like she never eats. And also being super... Oh, pushing me now. Okay, hi. There you go. There's another piece of chicken. She's being super lovey-dovey. She will never, ever, ever try to bite me when it's food time. It's only when she's playing she's like... gets over aggressive. Here. You can... Alright, I know. So this is... It's a little hot. This is the grilled chicken. Uh-oh. You dropped it on the floor. Hop down. This is the grilled chicken that Chris brought home yesterday for the quesadillas. Well, it tastes better when Daddy gives it to you, huh? You're such a good girl. I wish the other boys wouldn't attack you all the time. Here. One more bite of chicken. You can even have it direct off the plate. Do not let Mommy see that you just did that. Are we done? Are you a good girl? Yeah. Happy kitty. Can you go back to bed now? I gotta go take my plate back into the kitchen. What are you doing? You're such a... Come here. Yeah. Oh, purr. Does that feel good? Did you get good breakfast? Alright, Mama. Yeah. You good? Here. Alright. You're hopping down? Alright, I'll be right back, everybody.
monster. Yes, make me a monster. What do I get? Your bed is over there. What? No, I need my chair. I need my chair. Yes? Come on. Little shit. Give me the chair. Come on. No. Do not scratch my chair, you little monster.
The problem is that when she does that, I can't get near her because she will grab me and bite the fuck out of me. But she loves towels. I don't know what her thing with towels is. So like the towels on my chair, and then she knocks the towels down and wants to destroy my chair. This chair is relatively sits pristine. All the other ones have been destroyed by the cats. Like I've managed to keep this one relatively pristine, but she just ran off into the. Pretty sure she's got the zoomies now. She woke up from a dead sleep because I was eating food and got a snack, and now she's like, "Yeah, buddy, food is good." All right, what effect did I have happen to me while I was standing here? How do I have frostbite? I was literally just sitting here eating breakfast, and somehow I got frostbite. Correct, slow Lozen. It's not my chair anymore.
I have something for you.
Oh, I forgot to mark the one of these days I'll break that habit. I still to this, it's been 4 months and I still randomly will go to like scratch my face or something and I'll smudge my glasses. It's cold in the basement. I don't know. Pretty warm in your mom's basement. These are glasses. That's not food for you, sweetie. Everything is food right now because I had food in here. No, that is not for you. What are you doing? Now you're over here on the bed, chasing your tail. Spaz. Alright, let's go find this temple. Yeah, outposts don't go through the Unity, but you can take all of your... Well, I don't know if you can take all of your supplies, but you can take some of your supplies. Kids are calling it their basement. I'm just calling it the place where I go to bang your mom. Okay, how did I instantly gain poisoning? What's up? Apparently this is a poison planet.
I got shotgun.
I think there's something in that direction. Oh, and there's fucking trees. I hate driving through these forest areas. Alright, I'm not getting a lot of pings off of the... I think there's more in that direction than there was in the other. I'm getting close to something. There it is. Oh yeah, it fixed the crashing with like trying to place the elevated cabin for one. Hang on, guys. I gotta laugh. I gotta laugh. We got a bona fide. You know they're just trolling at this point. But I do have to laugh at this because we just talked about this. I think about 2 hours earlier on the stream about the dipshits who think that my wife is the breadwinner. This guy over on TikTok just said, "You do realize that this is not his main income, guys. His wife is the breadwinner." That's right, guys. My wife is the main breadwinner. I'm just a simp for my paid actress of a wife. Don't forget, everybody, my wife's boyfriend bought everything we have for us. Don't forget, my wife's boyfriend bought me this house. My wife's boyfriend supports everything we do. My wife's boyfriend bought us the investment property. My wife's boyfriend put the new expansion on our house. My wife's boyfriend, he does a lot for us. He is an awesome dude. I fully support everything my wife's boyfriend does for us. He is a badass. So, I want to give a shout out to my wife's boyfriend for, by the way, that is a line of merch at our merch store. You guys go pick up your t-shirts today. My wife is a paid actress and my wife's boyfriend bought me this. So thanks to my wife's boyfriend for all the stuff that we have. It's pretty awesome. This is definitely getting clipped for our socials, because this will be another one that makes me a shitload of money off of someone's retardation. 341. My wife's boyfriend is what we're going to call this one. Thanks for the free engagement, Nated. Now fuck off, you've been banned. And we gotta give him a boot out the door, right, kids? Like, what troll would be complete without the Banhammer song?
Strong hand, fist of iron, judgment falls. Hearts are dying, Banhammer strikes. Tears like rain, justice served. Feel their pain.
Thanks for the next investment property, dumbass. I will be buying some more cool shit with the money I'm gonna make off of this clip. Oh, it's the first one we've done today. We're 3 hours and 45 minutes in. We haven't had a troll today. That was the first one, so it's almost a record for the amount of time it took for a troll to come out of the woodwork. His mom finally let him out of the basement, I'd say. Definitely the other side. Oh, there it is. Got to be record for Starfield. I feel like that is one of the longest times we've streamed Starfield without a troll. But to be honest, I think we've also banned so many trolls in the last couple of weeks that the ranks are thinning finally. Some of these issues I've got. You'll grow out of gaming one day, is what your ex's dad said. Any advice for when idiots state comments like that? No, they're literally idiots. I mean, the easiest thing with an idiot is you can just ignore everything they say. It's like flat earthers, man. The thing that they say and believe is so retarded that you can immediately throw it out. It's like there is no value in it whatsoever, so it can immediately be discarded like the trash it is, because that's what it is. It's trash. Like I said, it's like flat earth people, the people who believe that science isn't real. Those people are literally cavemen staring at the stars and trying to figure out how 1 + 1 = 2. They're never gonna get it. Their little pea brains, their little smooth brains are literally incapable of fathoming anything other than drawing things with hand paint on the walls of their cave. And you, as an advanced human being, can literally just laugh at that and be like, okay, buddy. Pat him on the head. You're a good boy. Yeah, video games are stupid. Yeah, that's right. You'll grow out of it. That's right. That's right, little buddy. 1 and 1 is 5. You're so smart. There have been rover vehicles since, like, the first patch, Garrett. Maybe not the first patch, but they added vehicles to the game in one of the first patches after launch. They've been there for 2+ years.
We're somewhere between alien and human. A peculiar mixture of extraordinary and practical.
Reactive shield. I think I'm about to get hit. Actually, I think this is the one I like the most. Where's it at? Yes, this is the one I prefer. Reactive shield has always been one of my favorites. Man, there was totally a dude around here and he disappeared. He watches TV all day as well. At least gaming is interactive, gets their brain moving. Yeah, the imagination thing. You guys, if you never read like the book version of Peter Pan, like that's the whole concept of that, is that adults who have lost their inner child, like they can't see, like they can't go to Never Never Land because they can't access it anymore. They've lost that sense of wonder. They've lost the magic. You know. By the way, the Peter Pan movie that they did in the 90s is great, because you remember Peter Pan ends up, you know, he becomes an adult in the real world with Robin Williams, you know, and he has forgotten. He forgot all about Tinkerbell and Never Never Land and the Lost Boys. Like, he forgot. He came to the real world and he forgot because he got distracted. I have a buddy of mine. We used to have some really great conversations while we were navigating the space-time continuum with Santa's Salad. And one of our favorite conversations was, if you imagine, you know, because you'll hear people will say things like whether or not they believe in magic, right? Especially with religious people, they'll be like, "There's no such thing as magic." I'm like, actually, your own Bible talks about magic, right? So, be that as it may. But one of the coolest ways I've heard it explained. Was that, by the way, was that a Renfail rant? And I didn't realize it was a Renfail rant. I did not realize that was a Renfail rant until I just glanced over. I just thought it was a comment, and then I saw it was a Renfail rant. Now I have to timestamp this. That was another great Renfail rant. So we're in the middle of this now. Anyway, I don't know when we started that. 3:45 maybe. 5 Renfail rant on gaming as you get older. So the way my buddy explained it, and this has always stuck with me, is if you can remember, or if you can imagine, if we are in a room and we are having a conversation, right? And somewhere in the distance, well, it's better if we start close. We're here in the room together, and we're having a conversation, right? And we're talking, and all of a sudden, a radio gets turned on. So the radio starts to interfere with our conversation because it's overpowering where we are. And then if you imagine another radio gets turned on, and then there's the sound of an airplane going above, and then there's the sound of someone's television, and then there's someone's phone is ringing, and someone's listening to TikTok, and someone's listening to, and all of a sudden, this cacophony of noise overwhelms the conversation that you're having with the other person, and you're having to shout at each other to try to hear what the other person is saying. And still, we get layers upon layers and layers and layers and more layers of noise that's getting added into that equation, until finally, even though your friend is shouting at you, you can't hear what they're saying. You can see their mouth moving, but you can't hear what they're saying. And that is the distraction of technology. For all the good that technology has done us, it has severed the connection with magic and that aspect that we had when we were connected with nature and the early gods and goddesses and all of those things that were there at one point in time. I think the show American Gods, which was an adaptation of Neil Gaiman's work. I think it was called American Gods. Dealt with this a little bit because it was about gods who had existed since the dawn of time, living in the modern age, and dealing with the fact that technology had stolen their worshippers. If I remember correctly, I haven't seen that show in a very long time. It's very easy to lose that thing if you don't hold on to it. So you can lose your childhood, you can lose your inner child. I always talk about the inner child on my channel when we were referring to things like Star Wars and Star Trek and gaming. It's like if you allow your inner child to, you know, die, if you smother it, then there's no, you lose your sense of wonder. And this is what happens with a lot of people who only ever see the negative in everything. They hate Star Wars, they hate Star Trek, they hate Middle Earth, they hate, you know, oh, Peter Jackson didn't put Glorfindel at the Ford. Oh, Peter Jackson didn't put Treebeard in his film. Oh, Disney ruined Star Wars. Oh, blah, 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 blah. No, what happened is you let your inner child die, and it smothered, and it's no longer there. So the inner 5-year-old in me, whenever I hear that snap hiss of a lightsaber, I am always going to be transported back to that time when I was a kid of seeing a lightsaber on the screen for the first time. And that will always be Star Wars for me. And that feeling is something that resonates with me every time I play a Star Wars video game, every time I watch a Disney Plus Star Wars TV show, every time I watch a film in the theater that has Star Wars in the title. I don't give a flying rat's ass who made it, who the director is. I don't give a shit. Because my 5-year-old child inside of me doesn't give a shit. The 5-year-old child inside of me loves the sound of a blaster. It loves the sound of Darth Vader's voice box. It loves the sound of a lightsaber, the roar of the Millennium Falcon's engines, the sound when a ship jumps into light speed. Like, all of those things I will always hold near and dear, and that inner child in me doesn't care. The inner child in me doesn't give a shit that Palpatine came back. And the adult in me will sit there and go, what the fuck? Palpatine came back? What the fuck? This is a stupid storyline. The adult in me literally will look at that and go, that is a stupid storyline. But the inner child in me is like, shut the fuck up. Let's just enjoy it because it's Star Wars. And I want that inner child to win that argument every fucking time. Because the last thing you want is to lose that inner child. Because the moment you lose the inner child, you lose your sense of wonder, and your life is over with. You're done with. You might as well just, you're done. You're done. What's left? The pursuit of wealth? What the fuck for? If you're not enjoying the things in life, what the fuck is the point of wealth? What the fuck is the point of existing if you can't find enjoyment in the little things? Right? So for me, that sense of wonder, as you get older, you'll grow out of gaming one day. I hope the fuck I never do. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid, right? Remember that theme song from the 90s? And there is something to be said, Terrence McKenna talked a lot about culture as your operating system. And you can choose to reprogram your brain, but that is a difficult thing to do if you're sitting at 50 years of age or 60 years of age or whatever, and you've forgotten that part of yourself and you've let that programming get rewritten. It's going to be a hard sell to rewire your brain and reformat that hard drive to suddenly enjoy things again. It's much better to never lose that sense of wonder in the first place. So, yeah, when idiots say comments like that, I want to go back to what I said at the very beginning of that, before I realized it was a Renfail rant. Anytime someone says something that stupid to you, that like, you'll grow out of gaming one day, they are literally cavemen and a troll rubbing sticks together, thinking that, lightning from the sky is Thor, and not realizing that there's something greater going on, that there is the wonderment of the world that we live in and the connection that we have with everything. And you can just look at them and go, unfortunately, they're never going to get beyond being cavemen in a cave rubbing sticks together to try to make fire, because they can't grasp what entertainment is. They can't grasp. They don't have any wonder because they're still trying to figure out how to make fire. And the rest of us are like, hey man, lightsabers and blasters. Lightsabers and blasters and Vader. Oh my. Or as George Takei would say, oh my. Anyway, don't get old, kids. Your body might age, but you don't have to. And I need to wrap up my stream. everybody, because I'm 4 hours in, and it is 7:45. I need to head out and get ready to take my grandniece to school and do all the other things that I need to do. Thanks for the Renfail rants this morning. We had a couple of good ones. Thanks to everybody for being here. I will be back this afternoon with some more Replaced, and tomorrow morning for more Starfield. Thanks for hanging out, as always. Don't forget, everything in between the streams happens on YouTube. The Discord, the Patreon, the merch store, the Amazon store, the Homestead channel. Video games or interactive books? Hell to the yes. Alright, I'll see everybody this afternoon, hopefully, and if not, tomorrow morning.